Alrighty, time for another video. This is coming from the Mobile Command Center, the 2011 Toyota Prius. A little busy in the house right now. Not good for doing videos. Plus, it was going to give me an opportunity to try something a little new. Using my AirPods, I've seen a number of people who do vlogs using them. I was curious how it affected sound quality, whether it was easier to hear me. So I figured I would try that out. And being in the Prius in the garage creates a pretty quiet area to do this and to test it in. So we'll see how this goes. Sorry if the lighting switches a little bit. Unfortunately, also in the garage are automatic motion sensor lights that might snap on and off. So if it gets brighter and then darker, that'd be the reason why. So on to this week's vlog. The topic of this week's vlog is knowing your why and not needing to know theirs. And we'll start with knowing your why. Whenever you're trying to accomplish something in life, you need to know your why. It's very easy to say, I want to lose weight. You look at the scale, you're not happy with that number, you'd like it to be a lower number. You want to lose weight. It's very easy to say that. I want to be more positive. I don't think there's many people out there who are looking at life and thinking, if only I were just a bit more negative. Having a goal is a good thing, but to accomplish your goal, you need to know your why. Why are you trying to accomplish that? As an example, I have wanted to improve my mindset, to improve my health, and along with that, wanted to lose weight to improve my health. Those are goals. To improve my health is a why, but it's kind of a very general why. In my specific case, I moved down here to Alabama to be with my parents. My parents are getting older. I'm not going to get into specific details about their condition because that's their business, not YouTube's. But it's just good for me to be here to help out as they're getting older. That's my why. If I stay in the shape that I was in, over 80 pounds heavier than I am now, not getting a lot of exercise, not eating well, it impairs my ability to carry out that goal of being there for them. So I wanted to get in shape so that I would be able to help them better. And that's a very good why. My why I want to accomplish this is my motivation. My motivation is to be there for my family. It's a very good why. Your motivation might be different. Your why might be different. Your why might be you're just tired of being tired. Your why might be you think that getting in shape will help you with the opposite sex or the same sex, whatever your preference is. Your why is important to you, and that's why you need to know your why. It's what keeps you on track. A lot of these changes are going to be difficult because you're fighting habit. You've created a life over many years, possibly many decades, and that has created a lot of habit in your life. And to overcome that, you have to be motivated. And being motivated is a matter of finding out your why. So spend a little time thinking about what your why is. And it's easy to just pick a really quick one. Well, I want to be healthier. Think about it. Spend some time, write things down on paper maybe, whatever works best for you. But spend a lot of time figuring out what your why is and keep narrowing it down until you reach that point where you're like, this is my why. You'll know that you've come across the right answer. And as you're moving forward and becoming a little better, maybe you're a little tired one day and you want to meditate, think about your why. Just let that roam through your head. That'll give you the motivation. That'll give you the spirit to continue with these things. When you're very hungry and you kind of wish you could have something, but you shouldn't because you're on a diet, your why is what keeps you from making that mistake. So it's important to know your why and to think about your why regularly. What's not important is the second part of this video, is knowing other people's why. We don't operate in a world by ourselves. We operate around a lot of other people. You're going to come into contact with dozens of people a day. If you're going out in public regularly, you're going to be dealt with well by some. You're going to be dealt with not so well by others. It may be when you're just driving and somebody's riding your tail because they don't think you're going fast enough. It could be you're in the checkout line at the store and the person in the cart behind you is pushing on you because they want you to go faster. There's a number of situations you could mention about when you're interacting with other people, and those ways may be negative. A lot of people wonder why people are doing that. And while it's important to know your why to stay motivated to stay on task, there's no need to know anybody else's why. And the reason is this: it doesn't change anything. Whether they have a good reason or a bad reason for being the way they are or doing what they're doing, they're still doing it. The knowledge of why doesn't change the fact of what is, and possibly could make things, if it does change it, a little worse. Because if you know that the person riding your tail is just doing it because they're just being a jerk, because it amuses them, well, that's only going to create the possibility of you being more upset about it. If you know that the person who is talking to you rudely, they're wise because they think you're stupid, or they don't have any respect for you, that doesn't improve the situation. It might worsen it. There's no need to know the why. All you need to know is you have a choice. You can't change the actions of others. You can't force people to act certain ways. The only person you can control is you. Knowing their why doesn't affect how you act. It's an excuse to say, I'm not going to be forgiving, or I'm not going to act better because of how they're behaving. That's an excuse. You can always choose the way you act based on what you know to be right. So don't worry about their why. When somebody's treating you poorly, or someone's treating you in a way that's upsetting to you, or could be upsetting to you, like I said, riding your tail in traffic, whatever, just choose to be better. Choose to not let it bother you. Choose to say, for whatever reason they're behaving that way, I forgive you. There's no harm to you for doing that. There's no negative to you for doing that. But there is a benefit, and that is it reduces stress. It enhances calm. It makes you kind. And there's never too much kindness to be had on earth. When you can forgive others for their transgressions, regardless of why they're behaving that way, it's better for you, and it's better for everyone. So again, to sum things up, know your why. Spend time figuring it out, but don't worry so much about other people's why. Just live your life the way you want to be, which is hopefully a good life, which is hopefully a peaceful life, a mindful life, a stress-free life. But live your life the way you choose to be. Control what you can and let go of what you can't. That pretty much wraps it up for this week's video. And hope you're having a great day. And I will see you in another week.